Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host
Chip.
There
What's
he
up,
is, man. What is going on, Chip? What is going on, everybody? Tonight, XRP, better known as the banker's coin. Man, there's a lot that's revolving around what's going on with Ripple, with XRP from all different angles. DeFi hitting $250 million in revenue in April. Those are just a few of the things that we want to cover. Plus, we're going to do a little brief recap of the Celsius interview with Alex Mashinsky from last night. Chip, you ready for this thing?
Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain
With Jeff and Chip. We got to put that back in there. Somehow that got lost in the shuffle, which happens sometimes. But I want to welcome all the the OTC family. What's up, family? It's always great you guys come in here and always a big time in support. It's always fantastic. I really do love it. And guys, you know the best way you can help the channel? Share it. Share it with your friends, your neighbors, acquaintances, people in the shops, whatever. You know, people on the street. Wear your gear proudly. You know.
That's it, man. So Ripple, so XRP, ETC hitting new highs. And all that good stuff. Chip, did you realize that we're posting daily content on the other channel? And it has to do with Ripple and XRP and everything in the crypto space in little tiny short 10-minute bits.
Short 10-minute bits. And we've gotten some really good feedback from the OTC fam saying, hey, I really enjoy this stuff. I think it's cool. I like it. I'm really happy to hear some of it. And we're just trying to grow that channel a little bit. But we realize that this is one thing, live, and then there's another one of just getting short tidbits. Like, boom, I did an 11-minute video ready to go, queued up for tomorrow.
It's all about Ripple, XRP, crypto, all wrapped into one. That's awesome.
Jeff, I'll preview the one tomorrow.
Sweet. Oh, look at that. And today, by the way, to all those who are happy about it and want to know, that's in relation to Cinco De Mayo. So happy Cinco de Mayo day for all those Cinco de Mayo ins.
Yeah, we didn't do a Cinco de Mayo happy hour today, which we always usually do. And people are just too busy. There's like too much work to do, too many things to happen. Yep. And, there's no Cinco de Mayo.
And boom,
check out the tidbits.
Speed boy, giving the tidbits. Little tidbits here, little tidbits there.
Speed boy.
Right out. Speed boy. Speed boy.
All right, did you see that? You just got a nickname from Jeff. You will forever be known as Speed Boy. Speed Boy. It's almost like a superhero. It's like Speed Boy's here.
Speed Boy. So Jason Dodd, awesome. Yes, I agree. Great interview last night. I signed up and transferred some crypto to Celsius last night just to get started. Man, that's all. That's great. I love when people are moving around in the space and get to learn, a few new things and experience. One of the things I learned last night, Chip, was Matic paying 17% potentially.
Wow.
I've seen it 12, I've seen it 13. And I also learned how they keep, how they adjust the interest rates weekly. I couldn't figure that out. But actually, if you transfer, I think it's your first 2, 3, 4, forget how many Bitcoin, you can earn up to 6% interest on your Bitcoin.
And how cool was that Celsius gave that retweet like right away? Boom. As soon as that show hit, they were up there tuning on the chain for conversation and earning passive income with your crypto.
Yeah. Yep.
Really fantastic. Really loved the fact that they were on the spot. And I got to tell you, it's always a joy to have Alex Mashinsky on the chain, really. I mean, it quite honestly was his third appearance, fourth show. We used to do something called the after show, which we talked more about personal stuff, but kind of segue, just like anything else, you sort of segue. And what we realized is that doing those short form videos is we're going to continue doing that. So we want some feedback from you guys. Let you know if you guys are enjoying those, because it's a little bit of a, it's an effort to kind of like do something fresh. Jeff puts out, I put the video out in the morning, and then right around afternoon, Jeff's video hits. So we put out 2 new content a day, and I got Mel had some nice words, which thank you for that. I mean, she's like, yeah, I really like this stuff. And a lot of the OTC family weighed in with that, which is very awesome.
And the crypto musician is here with us tonight. Welcome, crypto musician. XRP is starting to move. And I said, what are you talking about? XRP is getting ready to move. And then boom, you know what? XRP, when I opened this up, it was 165. It moved down just for me, just so we could show it off. 163 right now. Doge sitting at 65 cents. Man, that's the one that kills me. I learned a very, very hard lesson with the Doge. And, you know, I care not to repeat that one. And that one's, it's brutal. It's brutal because I didn't want to move the assets that I had. I had it over on Robinhood. I said, I've had enough with the Robinhood. You got to move it. And I moved it and I didn't rebuy it. And it's a lesson to be learned. But I diversified. It's not like I just let the fiat sit, put it into other things. And, you know, that stuff's doing well. But check out Ethereum. Man, Ethereum breaking all new highs, 3,500.
Insane. We have so much to kind of like get through tonight, Jeff. It's amazing. Well, I always like it. We're doing the show and then it starts pumping. I feel like that's good luck. Like,
yeah, ETC was up to 120 and now it's down to 94. What?
And then when Alex Cobb streams, it's like it just starts. When he starts doing those long streams, they just kind of shoot right down. And all right, look at this right here. Carlos De Paz said, I called my 2 U.S. senators and local congressmen today to plead for Congress to get on top of the SEC case. Nice. Well, there's some interesting stuff about that. That's good. You know what? And that's how you really can have effect. Forget about signing, you know, these, what do they call, Jeff? These petitions, you know, they put online, everyone signs a petition. It's like one of these things you feel like you're doing something great. You're just not. You're wasting your time. But you know what? When a Congress man or woman, I don't know how they say the Congress person, when they get a call and then it's 10 calls and it's 15 and it's 100, that every call is worth hundreds of people that are mad. They're mad. So that's the best way to affect some change. You know, get in there. You got to get in their grill, Jeff. Fist up, fisticuffs. Right. Matt Morrill says, "Hey, Chip and Jeff, and all in the stream." I like that. He addressed everybody. This is the way you do this. Okay, check it out from Matt, Chip, Jeff, all in the stream. Love your work, guys. And if I don't make a live stream, I never miss out on watch your shows when I get home. And man, we so appreciate that, Matt. Thank you for that support. It's really awesome.
Yeah, so let's dive into some really good stuff. Let's go into.
Go ahead, pull it up.
Oh, and there's so much to pull up. I'm kind of lost where I want to start, but you know, there's one here that I thought was really good, and it was an article on Forbes. I wanted to see, you know, get your thought on this one. Let me see.
Okay, let's dive
and then I know
it.
we have some videos to go into, but
yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. There it is.
Meet Ripple and XRP, cryptocurrency for banks. Actually, I'm taking some of this and wrapping it into a video that I'm going to put out either tomorrow or the next day. I think it's going to be out tomorrow. But this one, it's interesting because it's on Forbes, you know, Forbes Advisor. You get these two guys, contributors, editors. They want to write about it, get it into the mainstream, get people to understand what it is. And they try to explain it. Look at this. Ripple is a money transfer network designed to serve the needs of the financial services industry. So far, you think they're on point?
Yeah.
XRP, a crypto tailored to work on the Ripple network.
Okay.
I don't know about that. Was XRP made and tailored specifically for the Ripple network?
Not
or
really.
did the XRP come first and then they kind of wrap the Ripple network around it?
I think
to utilize the XRP ledger.
They're trying to say that it was the tailored to use XRP. I don't think it kind of came out that way.
And it's consistently listed among the top 5 crypto by market cap. And then this is it. Despite its ambitions, Ripple is currently tied up in legal troubles with the SEC.
No, Jeff.
Yep. Although that's hardly prevented XRP from surging in value with the other cryptos. What was this posted? May 4th. What's today's date? May 5th. That was yesterday.
Yeah,
so far, it's exciting.
May the 4th be with you. And today is Cinco de Mayo, people. Which, by the way, we celebrate Independence Day. That doesn't even celebrate in Mexico. But, you know, that's what Americans do. That we reappropriate holidays from other countries. As long as you can tie some partying and drinking into that.
Drinking.
Like
there's
Cinco
drinking
de Mayo,
involved.
There's always drinking involved. It's like, yeah, we celebrate.
Get out of here.
How's it going in Mexico? Just a normal day. Just a normal day, Jeff. Nothing different.
Day, isn't it? The Day of the Dead. They have a big party downtown Fort Lauderdale.
And by the way, that my song,
Oh,
which I wrote, called "Dancing on Our Grave," that's really what that song is about. I had to drop it in there if you guys haven't heard it, but
nice.
I'll have to go. I'll have to go
So-
drop it.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
I'll have to drop that in there because then we're talking about Cinco de Mayo. That's really what this is, sort of.
Cinco de Ripple.
Cinco de Ripple.
Cinco de Ripple. That's the. So
anyway,
what is Ripple, man?
I was just say if you guys go there and click on that song, "Dancing on a Grave," that's it, man. It's got the trumpet players, the mariachi band. It's got everything, man. So yeah,
Sweet.
that is me singing. That is me. I did write that. I did play a bunch of instruments on there. So
Nice.
that's right. I have ambitions, Jeff. I have
You
ambitions
got
to.
dreams and ambitions.
Yeah, just like Ripple. I had an ambition once, and how do they know what Ripple's ambitions are? What are they like? What are they, these? What do they call them?
I don't know.
Soothsayers, or whatever. They like the
Yeah,
crystal
they
balls?
seem to know despite its ambitions. So ambitious. But Ripple is a payments settlement system and currency exchange network that process transactions all over the world. The idea is that Ripple serves as a trusted agent in between two parties in a transaction, as the network can quickly confirm that the exchange went through properly. So far, these guys are really on point. Not only can people use the network involving Ripple digital token called XRP, but they can also use it to exchange a variety of fiat currencies like Bitcoin and even commodities like gold. I guess that's the idea, but it's not really there yet. XRP was designed from the beginning to
Jeff, who wrote
essentially
this
be a
article?
replacement for Swift.
This is like a
I think
hack
they're
job,
wrong
man.
there. This is a 100% hack job,
We
and
gotta
it's
go get
even
some real
better
stuff.
because when I get into my video later, it's interesting. There was a conversation over this, but I love this. XRP was designed from the beginning to essentially be a replacement for Swift. I mean, how can these guys be so, and this was the CEO of Bitwave. I don't understand. Like, how could they be so like off base? Was XRP what was designed to replace Swift?
No.
XRP is not a messaging platform, but the Ripple net was built to replace Swift, which is a messaging platform that incorporated ODL. Man, how did they get this stuff so wrong when they're writing articles?
Look at this. Check it out. XRP is up. Chi-Town says XRP up 17.42%. Rosie Rios knows. That's right. We're going to talk a little bit about. We got some Rosie Rios news tonight, by the way. This is right on point, Chi-Town. Jeff, we got to stop reading this article. It's really sort of bring me down. Brutal. It's a hack job.
Keeps going. It is. It really is.
It's like,
look at their disadvantages.
Did you get any? Should you buy XRP? All you have to say is yes.
While some might find the vision and benefits for XRP compelling, White is worried the SEC lawsuit could create trouble for those looking to buy into it. They're positioning themselves as a settlement layer for regulated companies, but they're also deep in a dispute with the SEC. None of the customers they would love to be onboarding can really start to use Ripple until Ripple has gotten their legal woes figured out.
First of all, they're not deep in dispute. That's like Jeff and I. Sometimes we get into a little bit of dispute. Jeff's like, I think this should be this, and I don't think it should be that. I mean, that's a dispute. When you drop a lawsuit and you file a complaint against another company and take them to court, that's not a dispute. A dispute is like, you know what? I kind of like the red car over there. And Jeff's like, no, I like black. And I'm like, Jeff, come on, man.
That's right.
That's a dispute. A dispute, we got to get rid of that. This is just silly stuff.
These guys are... If you believe Ripple will emerge victorious against SEC, then continue taking over as then it could be worth buying. Just make sure it's with money you can afford to lose. All right, let's get out of here.
Maybe they can tell you, like, I was waiting for them to say, yeah, an XRP is assumable. If someone has XRP, like you're buying a house, you can assume the mortgage, you can assume the XRP. I mean, that's just crazy stuff. Mel G says, hey, declaring abundant blessings for the OTC family, everyone fighting a battle we know nothing about. Hashtag stronger together, hashtag MS Warrior, hashtag health and wealth. Thank you so much for that, Mel.
And
namaste. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. That is good. I'm feeling some seriously good vibes right now from this family, man. They're just
XRP, $1.74. What are we looking at here? Man, XRP, $2 tonight. Is that
$2 tonight on the show, Jeff? Let's do it tonight. Come on. Ready?
CoinGecko, it's $1.68. So it's catching up.
CoinGecko's always like
whatever XRP.
They're either behind or above or
behind the scenes here.
Hey, I wanted to put this up here. I want to give some OTC pumping the price. That's right, Sweden. Damn
Okay,
right
there
we are.
go. There we go.
I wanted to show this right here because this popped across my screen here. And speaking of popping bottles, Lambos, what does that bring to mind when you hear that?
Jungle Inc.
Jungle Inc. We put this
See
up.
what we got here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may want to load up on XRP. Look up the new attorney the SEC is bringing in. By the way, they added him today. I saw that alert hit my inbox today, and I said, "Wait a minute, who are they bringing in?" And you know how they add a new attorney that's from outside of the jurisdiction. They specialize in negotiating settlements for the SEC. I think this stupid situation may be coming to an end. Hashtag XRP the standard. And here we go. He's got the LinkedIn. Let me go to that while we're thinking here. And then look at this here.
We're looking at.
Oh, wow, that's really big. Why is this so
Whoa.
big? Holy cow. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hang
That's really small.
on. Hang on. Come on, people.
Was this an eye exam?
Apparently, yeah, it's right there. It says, I
read
help
this?
conclude complex investigations, provide advice to SEC senior officials regarding charging decisions, and negotiate settlements.
Yes. Sweet.
AMO.
I like it.
And there you go.
Then
So
everything, look at everything with his Canadian over here, 420. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support.
Ooh, 420. You don't say.
Everybody left him all alone over on Twitch.
Come on, man.
He was holding up. He was holding the fort, and
Man,
he's abandoned the
Are
fort.
you saying we lost our one Twitch viewer? Man.
We did everything. Did you turn off the lights when you left? That's all. That's what I want
By
to
the
know.
way, Jeff, when I watch
Save the energy.
when I watch the Hodl review on Saturday mornings, I watch it on Twitch. Just saying.
Really?
I do like it better on Twitch. I just Twitch is a way better. It just seems newer to me. It seems like the UI is better. It works a little bit better. Just my thoughts, Jeff.
More entertaining.
Yeah.
All right, you want to jump into a video?
Let's do it. Let's do it, Jeff. I think a video would be right on point right about now.
All right, let's do it. I gotta remove this from the stream.
All right, you want to do a setup on this one real quick?
Let me do a setup. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. We got a few things. There it is, right there.
And there we go.
With multiple people.
Let me hit the controls.
All right, this one is let's see. Market gauge, market minute says the next big thing after Ethereum, if the price of ETH gets too high for investors, it would probably be it would probably be let's find out. Ready? Let's go.
I guess if I had to go with anything, it would probably be Ripple at this point, which I know is still trying to
play
work
this last night.
The situation with the SEC.
Ooh, could be Ripple.
Did we play this last night, or is it my imagination?
We were with Alex Mashinsky last night. So there's no way we played it last night.
Yeah, I probably listened. Yeah, okay, go ahead. We did play it last night. Huh.
She said Ripple.
She said Ripple, but she meant XRP.
It's been getting a lot of buzz just from what I see in terms of comments from the younger generation that are looking to trade. So Ripple is what we have our eye on right now. We haven't done anything with it, but we're sort of keeping an eye on what happens here in terms of the playing nice with the SEC and whether or not that gives it a boost.
Ooh.
So they're keeping an eye, but Jeff, she said they haven't done anything yet. They're just keeping an eye.
Keeping an eye on it.
You know, when she goes, did that look unnatural when she did that? She went, "Did you keep an eye on it? We're not doing anything yet."
Yeah.
It was like, no,
not
doing anything. No, not us.
Again.
No, we
Play
didn't
that
do
bit
it.
again.
No,
she's all like,
just from what I see in terms of comments from the younger generation that are looking to trade.
So
Ripple is what we have our eye on right now. We haven't done anything with it, but we're sort of keeping an eye on what happens here in terms of the playing nice with the SEC and whether or not that gives it a boost.
We're waiting to see if it plays nice with the SEC. These are the biggest and brightest people. They're out there, and they're like, and she's meaning XRP, and the whole time she's like, we're keeping our eye on Ripple. We're looking at Ripple. We haven't done anything yet.
Well, what about XRP? Yeah.
So can
she
someone
meant
break it to her?
XRP, unless she's planning on putting money into Ripple. It's all possible. All right, that was fun. That was enjoyable.
We pumping. Audie Gold says we pumping.
Looking for the next one.
To the next one.
The next one. All right. Newly appointed Ripple board of directors, Rosie Rios.
Rosie
will
Rios.
star in a new streaming series called Unicorn Hunters, May 10th, 2021.
It kind of sounded weird the way you were going on that. You're like, she's starting in a new streaming series, and I'm like, it's like, what do you? Wait a minute, Jeff. What are you talking about? Oh, the Unicorn Hunters. Yeah, this is like one of those shows.
Talking about On the Chain. She's coming here on the chain.
That's why we gotta have a real round table like that, Jeff.
That's it.
Is
that real, or is that? Oh, look how spread out they all are.
Yeah, because of this whole fake. Well,
we need one of those.
We
need one of those. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. $20 million is 20,000 people pledging $1,000.
Wow.
Rosie, look at Rosie. Rosie's Rios. Look at that. Former U.S. Treasurer, new board member for Ripple.
Yep. Big time. Let's see what she has to say.
Let's pretend you get $40 million. What would you do with that extra $20 million?
How did I get the first 20?
Yeah, just give me 10, man. We'll call it even. I mean,
so she said, imagine you get $1,000 from 20 million people, right? Isn't that what she said? She had 2 million people, whatever she said. I don't know what she said, but she said, but then somehow she ends up with 20, but you get an extra 20. What are you going to do with the extra 20? Now you got 40. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to buy XRP, to be honest with you. I'll be honest, Jeff.
Putting it all into XRP. Chip is doubling down. All right, keep looking. Change is coming.
Change is coming.
Oh.
Ooh. Dude, everybody on the planet. Oh, everybody on the planet.
We're talking about a cultural and economic shift.
Ooh.
It's a time of our lives.
Unicorns. Wow.
So Unicorn Hunters, won't you please join us on our journey and let's help.
So is this kind of like the Shark Tank?
I like the better word. It's called Shark Tank, to be honest with you.
And the music. What was that one though? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The music when it first started out kind of reminded me. And
have you ever seen the UK version? Jeff, have you ever seen the UK version of Shark Tank?
I have. I saw the one from Australia. The one in Australia is my favorite one.
It's the most dry. It's like all those people are like they've been deprived of coffee for like years, Jeff. That's why I couldn't watch it. It's like dark and dank, and they're like, and they sit there and they look and they stare a lot. They're like, well, "What would you do?" And then they all look at each other, and I'm like, "Come on, man. We're like in the U.S. We're like snap, snap, snap. You got to have the next scene. You got to do this. You got the setup. You get them in. You get them out. Boom,
done, out of here." But this one, man, they're unicorn hunting. So now they're giving them big money. They're not talking about, hey, what do you want? You want 20,000, you want 100,000. They're coming in for millions. 20 million.
I don't know about that.
Well, what if
the thing 40? Is, so on tomorrow's video, if you guys can watch, but there's actually, I kind of covered this, the first unicorn in Latin America. Speaking of unicorns, there you go.
You found a unicorn in Latin America. Nice.
That's right. Big time, people. Big time. Yeah. So that Rob Moya, that's what he right on the LinkedIn profile. There it is. Talks all about his experience. So that was a cool tweet by Jungle.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Cursor mouse is all over the post.
Okay. Yeah, I hate when that happens. There's another one too, Jeff. I think was there another one video or no?
I got one more video. We're doing videos. All the videos back to back. Not even spreading them out.
Yeah.
It's audio visual. I'm gonna do videos all day long. Ready?
Let's do it.
I got no setup for this one. What's the setup?
This is Rosie Rios. This is her. Just listen to what she says in this one.
All right, you ready?
Wait. I just want to do a setup.
This was from 6 months ago.
Yeah, but let me do a setup. So she's talking about kind of what she's been up to, what she's doing, where she is, what's happening with her world. She's working on her book, and she's talking about something else. Let's see if you guys can connect some dots here.
All right, you ready? Dots. Connecting the dots. Here we go. It's quick, too. because there's only like 16 minutes, 16 seconds.
16 minutes. That is quick for
It's
one of our
quick.
videos. For
It's
one of our
quick. It's
videos,
only
Jeff, that's
16
pretty
minutes.
quick. That's all.
It's
pretty
as
quick.
long as our intro.
True.
Mostly I've been spending my time on a couple of areas. I was working on a very large development project in San Francisco, along with working on my nonprofit Impairment 2020, and also on the speaking circuit and writing my book.
Huh. Big project in San Francisco. I wonder who else is in San Francisco that we've. Is that where Ripple's based, Jeff?
See.
And also on the speaking circuit.
Where's that project?
Working on my nonprofit Impairment.
Back it up.
I was working on a very large development project in San Francisco, along with
Interesting
Very
stuff.
large development. Now, we don't know what that large development project is because she doesn't tell us what it is. But I'm wondering, seems awful weird. She could have been working anywhere. San Francisco large development project. Ripple becomes the board member. Katao resigns. Insert.
Insert token.
There's some stuff going on behind the scenes, I feel, Jeff. Not that I'm going to be putting on my tinfoil hat, but there seems to be a lot of movement behind the scenes. And it's just, it is a little bit uncanny. I did want to say there was a rare moment of clarity for the SEC. They actually sprung to life on a rare occasion, and they actually went to protect investors. So do you see this little Yahoo right here?
Oh wait.
This is called Zachery Horowitz. He's a kind of like a movie B actor. This was him at the screening of Trespassers in 2018. So aspiring film guy, he gets into it, and what happens? He starts a film company, and let me blow this up a little bit here. So he appeared in horror. He was charged by a federal grand jury with 5 counts of securities fraud, 6 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of aggravated identity theft. From 2014 to 2019, he lied to investors to secure $690 million in loans to his film couple called 1-inch mm, right? Millimeter, whatever it might be. He was arrested on April 6th for initial fraud charge, and he spent more than 2 weeks in jail. He told investors he was using their money to buy the rights to hundreds of movies and then resell them to Netflix, HBO, and other platforms for distribution, mainly in Latin America, because they'll never look in Latin America, right?
No, why would you?
According to the government, right, the SEC, but the HBO and Netflix contracts he showed investors, were fake.
Oh.
So check this out. He was using, here, can you say Ponzi? Using loans from one group to repay what he'd borrowed from another, skimming off millions of dollars to fund his opulent lifestyle. The indictment charged more than 200 investors. Now, this one kills me, Jeff. This one really is crazy. 200 investors, including 3 of his closest college friends and their family members, lost about $230 million.
That's insane.
The SEC froze his assets. Now they've been trying to track what happened to all the money. I wonder if he put any of that in Bitcoin. I don't know. So he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, man. He spent the at least several million dollars to finance films in which he appeared. One of them was called White Crow, Last Moment of Clarity, Farming, Gateway. The source of that's unclear.
What happens. So that's
right?
what happens. That is what happens.
And this is over 5 years, Jeff. Over 5 years of steadily repaying his investors' loans with interest on time. Horowitz abruptly began defaulting because he pulled a Bernie Madoff. Now, Bernie Madoff could let that thing run for 20 years. You're not some B actor. You're not going to get away with pulling a Bernie Madoff. You know what I'm saying? He fabricated emails from HBO and Netflix executives to keep the investors.
SEC actually found him?
This is what I'm saying. This was like a rare act of of clarity.
It's so rare. So rare. But you know what? XRP, supercar, big support. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. That's huge, man. Thank you, Supercar. Beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Yeah, so I was like, wait a minute. The SEC is doing their main mission, which is protecting investors. They were a little bit late to the game because 5 years went by, no investigations, no big deal, he just kept fabricating and fabricating. And then, you know, I mean, it's one thing to defraud people who are total strangers, but your closest college friends, go back to that. Your closest college buddies,
It's
you did not only defrauded them, but their family. I mean, what kind of a,
you gotta end
what kind of a,
you don't want to fraud anybody. That's
right. But I'm saying, but how do you even do, like, how do you do that?
it.
And Ramen D says, isn't it a concern that Cattell resigned from the board? No, I don't think so at all. I don't think so. No, I mean, you got to remember that Cattell still owns 9% of Ripple. So it's not really, he's the biggest single shareholder, and he is so pro XRP. I mean, outside of, you know, the Ripplers, as we'll call them, you know, Garlinghouse or Larson or Schwartz or anybody, you know, any of the employees, he's probably the most pro XRP, period, bar none. Maybe even more so than some of them. He's phenomenal. So plus he's creating all kinds of ways to do more with XRP. No, I'm not. I don't think it's a concern. At least it isn't for me. The thing about board meetings too is when you become part of a board, you must attend. Usually you do it in person, but you have to do a little bit of homework before, and then you show up for a board meeting. There's 4, they happen every quarter. And it depends on when their fiscal year ends, but they show up on their quarterly stuff. If you've ever been part of a board or you had board members, and you got to host these meetings. It's all SEC based stuff, you know, or regulatory stuff. But if you're a company, you've got your local things you got to go through. You know, my company, I've got to do board meetings, got to do it's stuff you got to do. And he's probably like, you know, he's too busy, man. He's running SBI. He's got about 5-10 other companies going on. What do we got, Jeff?
Look at Chuck. He's doing the wrong thing. Look at Stellar.
Stellar's making a move, man.
Stellar's making a big move. Big.
Wow. Is that what is the all-time high for Stellar?
25%.
Do we know
it was up to like 80. I think it was 80 cents. It was creeping up to a buck back in 17, 18. Back in the heyday.
When you say 17, 18, you're talking like the 1700s? You're talking about like 2017, 2018? I'm just asking. It's like a long time ago, Jeff.
The 1700s.
I don't even, that's way before the SEC.
Somewhere between the 17 and 1800s. Big numbers. Market cap. Look at that. Big movement. Big. Trying to find all-time highs. I don't think it's on here. But it was like 80 cents. Gotta look at history. History. Oh, I don't have to do that. Why would I do that?
I don't
Back
know.
here.
I don't know. What are you doing?
This is an all-time.
Huh.
There it was. 83 cents. I keep up.
Oh, 83. No, it's higher than that.
It's right in there. Yeah, there you go. 83 cents. January 3rd of 2018.
Oh, wow.
And then after that day, that was a great day. And then it was like, oh, all the way down here. 4 cents. In December, went back, it was in that 4 cents range. And it was like over here in that 0.001. And then this is kind of where, this is around the time I discovered XLM, was right back in November of 2017.
Very interesting. I wanted to get your take on this, Jeff. What do you think about? I want to get like on a scale of like, let's say 1 to 10. How do you feel about this? We got Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. She's about to pick the new comptroller of the currency. Now we know Brian Brooks was the old comptroller of the currency. Do you think you're going to get somebody on the caliber of a Brian Brooks in there? You can use negative numbers if you want, Joe.
Is she the one picking?
That's what it says here. I'm like,
yeah.
It says she's going to pick the new comptroller of the currency, and I'm like, I don't have a lot of faith right now.
No,
apparently,
she did pick somebody. She did single somebody out. That was the there you go, Michael Sue.
Associate Director of the Federal Reserve Bank of Supervision and Regulation Division. So another regulator she's chosen, right? So I don't know, man. I don't feel good about it.
Space. Yeah,
I mean, Brian Brooks set the bar so high. You're not going
Brooks
there.
Was the man.
Brian
Brooks was the man.
He's just phenomenal.
It was good. Here you go.
Oh, sorry, you hit it at the same time.
Nice.
Good. Take it.
KT1. Hope Rosie brings the smell of roses to the price of XRP when she's done hunting unicorns. XRP needs PR rock stars like Kiss hodling XRP instead of Doge. Thanks, Chip and Jeff. You guys are the best.
Oh, I love that, man. Thank you, KT1. Appreciate that.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. You know, and I'm kind of curious. Really, doesn't it seem like Gary Gensler's been very quiet? Like you kind of come into a new thing, you kind of want to like start. Hey, you do that, and you take this, you go over there. It's kind of like we don't hear anything about the guy anymore. It's like you can't. Nobody knows where he is. No one can find him. Do we have to send a search party out for him? I mean, we know he has a meeting.
I think he was down at the border.
There's a big meeting going on tomorrow, but they're going to talk about all. They're probably going to say like, how many people are we going after? Oh, we got to like calm down a little bit here.
Yeah. You know what I like seeing? I like the separation of XRP from Ripple. With everything that Ripple's going through with the SEC, it's good to see a divergence because we go back to December. We've said this so many times, but even regardless of what happens to Ripple, the company, to see that XRP can continue momentum and continue growth in other projects, I think is really important. You know, Ripple obviously utilizing probably potentially using the biggest share, of the technology to begin with, but maybe not. I mean, they've utilized it, but this divergence is critical. So important to have a separation.
No, I think it is, and I think that we've had separation for some time, but yeah, the more we have, the better it's going to be. Look at this right here. Check this out. Here's another moment of clarity. Like somebody over at the Federal Reserve is like, they just had an aha, Jeff. Like, I don't know what took them so long, but DeFi may lead to a paradigm shift, says the Federal Reserve bank paper. Ethereum is right. I mean, it's like hello. Ethereum has unleashed a wave of financial innovation. It says a paper published by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis delved into the expansion of decentralized finance and Ethereum's role in it. The research
paper
paper
just stumbled into this stuff.
It's almost like, and they think like they're telling the world about it. By the way, the research penned by Fabian Schar and published on Sunday, about 3 years too late, taking a deep dive into the world of DeFi, hinting that if security concerns and risks can be addressed, it may lead to huge changes in the final industry. Well, you don't say, Jeff. Do you think that could happen? I mean, what? I mean, Jeff, what is going on? This is like crazy town. Again, what do they focus on? Security concerns and risks, Jeff. If they're not addressed, then how should they be addressed? Well,
then there'll be huge changes in the financial industry.
Yeah, the huge changes are we get rid of the central banking. That's the huge change. That's the one they haven't. I don't think they've come upon that part yet. They're like, this could bring about some change. Yeah, the change is we get rid of central banks. That would be the change. We become decentralized.
Get rid of the brick and mortars. That's it.
And then there's this quote: DeFi may lead to a paradigm shift in the financial industry, potentially Jeff, not certainty, but could potentially contribute towards a more robust, open, and transparent financial infrastructure, which is completely opposite of the infrastructure we have now, which is centralized, closed,
which is amazing,
opaque.
And we talked about that yesterday with Alex, and we're actually referencing that exact thing, that their focus is driving the clients. They want people's money. They want you to put the money in the bank. They want your money to be stagnant. They're going to pay you, 0.25% to 0.5% on your money, and it just sits there and does nothing. It collects dust. And sometimes you have money in the bank, and they'll pick it, and all of a sudden you'll get a call from the bank. It'll say, "You have money sitting in the bank. Do you want to do something with it?" You're like, "What are you going to do with my money?" Like, it's there. What are you going to do something better than I can do with it? They're so eager, to figure out what to do with your money. It's amazing. But think about it. Everything's changing. Look what Alex Mashinsky's doing, Chip. I mean, all these people, all of us, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's life
again, decentralization, we the people. It's exactly what we're doing. We're bringing the power back. There's this other thing. So Shar explained the backbone of the entire DeFi ecosystem is smart contracts. It's this thing called smart contracts, Jeff. You ever heard of it?
Never.
The majority of it run on Ethereum.
I
They're
did.
for
This is the first time I've ever heard of it. Thank God for this article.
That's what we do. And by the way, Jeff, did you know the majority runs on Ethereum? That's because it pretty much all of it runs on Ethereum right now until Flare gets up and running, right?
Pretty much all of it. Yeah, pretty much all
And
of
then
it.
you've got some other coins that are building their own smart contracts into, their ecosystem.
Yeah.
But the vast ETH is also used as collateral. Oh, Jeff, you don't say. Vast number of DeFi posts, protocols, and 10.5 ETH, or 9% of the entire supply.
Thank God they found Shar.
I mean, this guy. I mean,
They
he's
didn't
like
have Shar.
sharp,
What
isn't
would
he?
they do?
And the best part
Yeah,
about it, Jeff, they don't even realize this is their own demise right here. They don't even realize that they're not interested in creating anything that looks transparent. They want opaque. They want centralization. They want control. They want censorship. And it's like, shockingly, it could actually provide more robust and open, transparent, financial infrastructure, none of which they really care 2 bits about. So it's amazing that this is what we talk about. We talk about Congress. We talk about, like, for example, I don't know the person that Janet Yellen's going to put in there, but I don't know, man. I mean, Brian Brooks set that bar pretty high. It's going to be tough to break that puppy down.
Yeah. It's he's
Fukin,
too good.
Fukin, I can't read that, but anyway, Fukin says, by the way, thank you for that. Appreciate that. He says, I'm heading in a new direction. It will be a whole boom. I'm buying up loads for it to shoot, and I'll come out on top. Well, listen, as that direction is up, you're doing well, right, Jeff?
That's true.
Head
They
up,
like up.
for the stars. Yeah.
I like this. If there are smart contracts, what are the dumb contracts? The dumb contracts are what
Federal
you have
Reserve.
right now. It's at the Fed. It's your brick and mortar. It's the contracts that you sign with your bank or with your with any financial institution when you lease your car, when you
Right.
write up your mortgage on your house. Those are dumb contracts.
Right. They're dumb because it basically is not in your favor. It's in their favor, and you don't earn from them. They do. So, yeah, it's
That's
not
it.
even. That was one of the things that Alex said last night, too. Remember, he was talking. He goes, well, imagine like if what he said of your car insurance, I think was one of the examples he used. He goes, imagine he was talking about the pool of the insurance pool. He was talking about and there's a couple doctors in the Midwest that when they changed the insurance here about 5 years ago, 6-7 years ago, they started doing private insurance where people would contribute so much. It was like, you paid monthly, but you got everything covered. So you paid a monthly cost, was lower than regular insurance, but they were able to balance everything. And this was, they had like thousands of people in this. But meanwhile, when the government tries to do stuff, because they have what they call central planning. Central planning is the biggest failure in the entire world. You want to know why? Because they usually don't know anything what they're doing, and can't.
There's zero accountability.
There's no accountability. Exactly right. So
Zero.
this is one of the things they think. Do you remember? Not to single anybody out, because everyone makes mistakes. But you remember when Biden came in and said, "Here's how we're gonna do the vaccine. The government's gonna take care of it. That's how it's gonna be efficient." Well, that lasted about 2 weeks. We realized the government couldn't do it, and then next thing you know, they were at all the private, drugstores, right? The pharmacies. They were at the pharmacies and the food stores and everything else because they realized that they're just too big and bloated. They can't deliver it efficiently.
Yep. Hey, for all those that are here, if you're brand new to On the Chain, hit that subscribe button just down below. Make sure you hit the bell notifier after you hit the subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, we do have another channel. You can find it in the description. Go over to the other channel, subscribe to that one as well, because we do drop daily content in short little bits and bites of 10 minutes approximately, plus or minus.
My video tomorrow is about 11 and a half. It's close enough. But anyway,
All right,
I just
there you
dropped the
go.
link in there, guys. Click that link. Go subscribe if you're not already. And then, Jeff, this is one of those stories where, we've all, when we got into, whether it was investing, traditional investing, whatever, like part of the way you learn is you make some mistakes, right? You realize like, I'm not going to do that again. You don't buy Enron the night before Enron blows up. This guy did. You just don't do that. It's like, well, wait a minute. I'm hearing a lot of buzz. There's a lot of people talking about it. Yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger. $5,000 gone. Up in smoke, worth pennies the next day. You're like, I got to do some more research. And that just sometimes it just happens that way. And then, if anything, Jeff, we got to feel extremely compassionate about the inventor of Dogecoin because he
Oh,
sold all
this
his.
is so brutal. He reminds me
It's
of somebody
brutal,
that
dude.
bought solar panels, except worse.
Well, it's worse
Except
because
worse.
right. So he sold all of his coins in 2015. He was able to buy a used Honda Civic. Doge is now bigger market cap than Honda, dude. That is the most brutal headline I think we will read this year or next year. The
It's worse
regret
than
on
the
that.
pizza guy.
It's worse than the pizza
guy.
guy. I
My
mean,
God.
holy cow, man. It's grown by 45% in the last couple of days. It doubled from the mid-April value. Its co-creator sold all of his
so
coins
brutal.
in 2015. Oh, dude, that is hardcore harsh.
It's so brutal.
God.
But I feel for him, you know. I sold
Oh, of course, man.
sold my Doge a couple months ago when I shouldn't have.
He said, I've always said I would sold everything for about as much as it would cost to buy a used Honda. That was all my crypto too. I had Litecoin and Bitcoin and Doge and a bunch of other ones, Marcus said. At least did he know that the meme cryptocurrency would end up being one of the hottest digital currencies in the world. Dude, to say that you invented it as a joke, he once stated it took him like 4 hours to create. 4 hours of time, he probably becomes,
That's amazing.
software's in. And Jackson Palmer was with the other guy too. It was never meant to be serious. Well, I hate to tell you, it's apparently pretty serious now.
I wonder how much Bitcoin that guy had, because if he's messing around with the technology back in 15, what kind of accumulation of Bitcoin does he have?
I don't even know if he
Who
has
knows?
any more Bitcoin. I mean, that's what I'm
Maybe
actually
not.
questioning whether or
I don't
not he
know.
even has any. Sounds like he sold all of his bags. I don't know.
Man,
That certainly is something. And I got to tell you, Jeff,
as
something,
the creator, that's just
Jeff,
brutal.
there are two foreign countries that we are closest to, you and I, in proximity. One of them is making some headlines.
Bahamas.
Bahamas, baby.
It's not Cuba.
It's not Cuba. Cuba makes other kind of headlines, not good headlines, but and I love Cuba, and I love Cuban food, and I love Cuban people, and I love everything about Cuba. And I love Cuban coffee because I drink that pretty much day. I drink my Pilon, which I love. So central bank, this was in central bank payments news. The Bahamas on the cusp of national adoption of its sand dollar digital currency by this summer, said the Central Bank of the Bahamas Governor John Roll in a recent quarterly press briefing. Jeff, think about this. The Bahamas, you've been there, right?
I have never been to the Bahamas.
That is hard to understand. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. I've been to the Bahamas so many times, man. I've been there by boat. I've been there by plane. I've been there by
all over the
submarine.
world. I've never been to the Bahamas, and it's right here.
Jeff, if I drive,
I can get there in 30 minutes.
If I drive in the Atlantic Ocean, I can probably make it in 50 minutes.
I know.
So it's right there.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, so I think it was 1997 or 1998. I was the official staff photographer for the Caribbean Bohemian Music Festival. And I got to hang out with like Shaggy and all kinds of stuff. And I got to hang out with government officials. And let me tell you something, Jeff. These guys know how to have fun. They know how to party. They know how to enjoy themselves. And I am not surprised that they're going to be the first ones to do some adoption because they don't mess around. I was sitting there and a conversation about like something they were working on broke out while we were all drinking and hanging out. They go, well, you want to meet this official and this one and this one and that one? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they went into one of the offices and it was like everything was beautiful wood. Everything was decorated. And I sit down in a chair and I'm kind of like uncomfortable because it feels so shorts on, Jeff. And I'm like, got a shorts and a t-shirt on. And I like sit down there and he goes, you thirsty? And I'm like, yeah. And there was like a couple of us in the room. He goes, he reaches down, starts pulling bottles of whiskey and rum out. I was like, what? He goes, wow, we don't drink at ours. I'm like, now I understand why everything works in the Bahamas. I get it now.
Yeah, it's awesome. Bahamas has got to be great. Hey, New York, there's always one hostage in the room. And tonight we got the New York hostage. New York hostage was with us yesterday as well. But
yeah,
do you guys feel like the Doge investors are being set up?
I don't know about set up. I just don't know where it stops, right? I mean, a lot of it is an artificial pump. And then there was a story out just, I think it was yesterday, maybe today. They all blend together, but there was a story about the fact that most of the Doge were whales moving it back and forth. So is it artificially being pumped right now? Are they manipulating? Well, probably. But what I feel bad about is, like, we just did the story about the Doge co-creator. Look, somebody comes in, they finally get convinced, because you know how your friends were when they got in. So it was like price action. There was a story they read over here. You've been their best friend since you were like in second grade together. But some stranger they bump into, like on the street, says something about cryptocurrency, and they're like, "I gotta buy it." It's like some
my crypto. Everyone's asking, "Where's my Bitcoin?"
Jeff, how true is this story? Right? Some weird. I'm like, wait, how did you hear about it? Oh, I watched this one guy on YouTube. I'm like, okay, you want to share it with me? And it's nobody in our space, Jeff. It's just like some random dude. Just said, and we even covered that. He's like,
I read an article on Forbes.
Well, he said, if you really want to be independent and you really want to be free, then you really should look into cryptocurrency. That's it. Eureka! Cryptocurrency, Jeff. I got to get into it.
Yeah, you were talking about, or we were talking about the question, who might be to blame? Are they trying to set people up? Are they setting up the investors? If they are, who's responsible for it?
Who that?
Come on, man, Berserker.
Knew it. I knew it. It was
Oh, look at that.
Speedboat. Price of XRP on this day in August 2021.
Plus or minus $1.68.
Not financial advice. Look at you, Jeff. I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say higher than today. What do you think about that? I actually think, it's funny, I was talking to a buddy today. We were going, he's like, what do you really think about price? He goes, what is your price prediction? I said, I don't do price predictions, but if I had to, and I'm not saying that I have to, but let's suppose it were, I do see all-time high being broke this year. And he's like, by how much? And I'm like, I don't know. I see it being broke. He's like, by $1 no, it's going to happen. And it's gotta happen. I'm convinced that when it blows, Jeff, it's going to be like a geyser. It's going to go ballistic. It's because we've had this little inching back, inching up, and then rocket ship blasts off. And next thing, someone's trying to buy in at 250, and they can't get their order in, and then it's 350, then it's 4, then it's 5, then it's 7. I think that's how it's going to go. So Speedboat, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Speedboat, what do you think it's going to be? Throw your prediction in there. I just feel like, listen, we've been around this for a long time. We know what the fundamentals are. We know what we got into it. Yeah, listen, we're not even, somebody had said on Twitter the other day and said, like, who's buying anymore? It seems kind of expensive to be. Yeah, it seems expensive if you bought it at 11 cents. It seems kind of expensive, but if you buy it at $3 and it becomes a $15 token, man, you'll tell stories. It'll be like stories of folklore. You'll be like, gather around, children. I bought it. You're smoking big stogie. I bought it for less than $3. You'll be like, oh my God, say it's not so. Someone will be happy to get it at 20.
Exactly. And then you look at these, you go on to BNB and you look in, you're like, holy cow, back in October, it was $30 in October. And you're like, that's expensive. $30 for BNB. Expensive, right? And now it's 600. It says 650 something. And you're looking at 30 as expensive back in October. I'm looking at back in November 2019, 20 was expensive. How about $5 in January of 2019? Was $5-6 expensive? Especially look at in 18, it was up to $12 in 2018. January BNB.
Wow, man. Jeff.
How about this right there? If you got in October 2017 at 4 cents.
Oh, Jeff,
would you be loving life right now?
Well, it's almost like anything's at 4 cents. You got to put $100 into it because you really down the line, you really won't miss $100. But you know what you're going to miss? $150,000. You'll miss that. Yeah. Especially when you sell your Doge really early on. That's probably, I don't recommend doing that either. I remember 3 years ago, I had so much Doge, it was silly. And I made a couple $100 because it moved just a little bit because you didn't really need a lot back then. I was like, yay, I'm going to buy some XRP. Well, I kind of wish I could have like a mulligan on that or redo. you know. But the thing is, it's just so I can fill up my bags with other stuff, right? So if you get into it, I know people, Jeff, that I'm telling you that they're buying Doge, and they're people that I didn't think would be buying Doge. Look at this right here. Gerard Buford says, "I'm still buying Jeff and Chip." Yeah, right on.
OTC coin.
All the money. Remember that, Jeff. Van Life Biker has it right. It's going to move all of
Don't
it.
leave anything on the table.
50%? No, all of it. 76.3%? No, all of it. 99.6627? No, 100% of it. That's where we're headed. And that's why, you know, feel good and confident in some of the, you know, the things you've invested in. You did your research, or somebody did it for you, or you watch somebody on YouTube. I don't know, whatever it is.
It might be.
Whatever
Whatever it might be.
Whatever it might be.
Trying to find.
What are you looking for, Jeff?
Something.
What are you doing?
Looking up XDC. It's at 9 cents.
Yeah, so there was a really cool tweet about XDC today too. If there's any XDC fans in the house, I will have to, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up, JF.
I'm up 2 cents on BTR. I got it at 22 cents today.
Man, you are awesome, dude.
In the money.
Yeah, so I saw this. I thought this is pretty interesting too, because, you know, we've seen now XDC got up as high as 14 cents and it had a little bit of a pullback. It's in the 8 range, I believe, Jeff. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. I don't know. Did you just look at the price? XDC was it hit 14 cents.
It's 9 cents right now. When did it hit 14? Recently?
No, it was a couple. It was like when we had that little bit of price action before.
Oh yeah.
So if you look at this right here. And
now it's expensive at 9 cents.
So you go like right here, right? So you got pleased to have XDC wrapped and launched on Pendulum Finance. Cool. So look at, they're doing DeFi stuff now in cooperation with Legacy Network. Excited to be part of this cross-chain DeFi solution. We're proud to announce that XDC will be part of the first pool to launch on Pendulum Finance due to popular demand by both the communities. Legacy Network has partnered with XDC Network, Zinfin Official, to bring more exposure, interoperability, there's that word again, and value to each project. That is just outstanding right there, Jeff.
So here's the Legacy Network. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it. I'm enjoying the Legacy Network. That's huge.
You want to put it on the screen?
Yeah, contemplating. 5 cents. It's up 33%.
That's a half a penny, Jeff.
Yep, it is. That's an interesting project to be into.
Let's put it.
I guess I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Well, I think I think the big allure here is the fact that it's a DeFi space. You're going to be able to participate with XDC. I think that's the big, from what I can tell. I mean, they say you can wrap your XDC and launch it on Pendulum Finance, which means you'll be able to do yields on it. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything else on that. They had a Telegram group, but it's just interesting to see that, man, how all you get into a coin because you think there's an opportunity, and then all of a sudden, oh, now I can wrap it, and then I can launch it on Pendulum Finance, and then that Pendulum Finance runs on the Legacy Network. Wow, it's getting exciting, Jeff.
Yeah, it's great. It's amazing. Look at this right here. What is that? 0.0. Oh, that's on the ETH.
That's on the
Ethereum price. Legacy. Oh, USDT on whatever that is. You can go to Biloxi. Not sure exactly if that's the only way to get it. It won't be happening.
Won't be happening here. I know it's a little bit.
Not going through that. I'm not going to go through that experience again.
No, I went through that once. Yeah.
Man.
That's the other thing too. These coins have got to get on more exchanges because, or at least ones you feel comfortable using, because man, those other ones are troublesome. I've heard so many issues of people having issues and stuff on it. And you know, if it's your, if you're here and you're enjoying it, share the video, tell your friends about it, you know. And then guys, I want you to check out the channel tomorrow. Jeff and I will be dropping 2 new videos. You'll be able to really enjoy that. And I will drop the video again, and we'll be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There it is. Go over there and check it out. If you guys are interested in some cool OTC gear, you can go to onthechain.shop.
Sweet. I'm going to go there right away.
And you get some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually really digging my water bottle.
I like it. I like that
Yeah.
water bottle. Cool on the chain.
Sweet.
Look at that. That's sweet.
It is really done well, man.
I want to get one that says XRP, not 100% sure, but I think it's magic. Got that
Get
t-shirt.
one of those too.
You'd get a little bit more. Yep.
Yeah, right on. And that's all I know. Jeff, you got anything before we get out of here? Well, thank everybody.
Crypto Fitter saying, did you import a fake token?
Not yet.
Not yet. We haven't done that yet. Working on it.
Not yet. Yeah, we're just
working on that. Well, yeah, I just want to thank everyone for being here. Like Chip said, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Go over to the other channel, hit the subscribe button over there. Trying to build the followership on that one. We're getting close to 7,500 subs on the other channel, and that's where you're going to get your short videos. And like Chip said, tomorrow's another night. We'll look forward to seeing you guys on, is it Thursday? Holy cow.
It's Thursday, yeah.
Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then.
See you on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.